spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wildcats, long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. He'll do it himself. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Asher. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Inside handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
To throw, it's Asher. Under fire. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? Some hand fight. The point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quick release by the QB. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fires toward the target. It's caught. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Running to the left. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Wildcats are on the move. Might as well give it to him again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. grab behind the line. It's Morris. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! They get the touchdown, and the quarterback has a brand new tattoo to commemorate the moment.
And I don't think the offense coordinator's happy about that either. You don't want to see your quarterback get hit like that. Great job standing in there, though, and delivering the ball, even with the defense all over it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Morales. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Firing to the right, complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. First time. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks on a fake punt, but the defense was expecting it. We've got a change of possession.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raider.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. At the 30. He's at touchdown, Red Raider. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Unleashes one. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it from the gun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route
again. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on third down. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Unloads to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver...
Big guy tries to barrel in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the...